Hey, Dad.
Hey.
What you doing?
Oh, I'm just cleaning off the vacuum cleaner.
Wait, doesn't that make you the vacuum cleaner?
Alright, so I've got the Sierra all washed and everything. Now I'm kind of setting up the interior for some cleaning. Probably start vacuuming here pretty soon. But I did notice something underneath the rear bench seat. We do have a factory cargo container. And I've been noticing that there's been mouse poop everywhere. And I believe I found their home. You can see I've got the owner's manual in there. It's been all chewed up. Kind of wondering how in the world they get in and out of this cargo thing. They probably sneak in through the corner or something, for all I know. But that's a whole heck of a lot of sound insulation. Not sure where that came from. So I've got somewhere in this truck a lot less insulation than I should have. But I am curious. Is there a mouse alive still in this nest? Nope. Well, I suppose that's a good thing. Anyway, so either the mouse is out for supper, or it's hiding somewhere in this truck, or that's just a really old nest that's been sitting in there for a couple of years. Alright, so it's starting to get dark on me, so all I'm going to do is just start vacuuming. I'll worry about kind of cleaning and getting the mold out and wiping things down tomorrow or some other day, but alright, so I know where the insulation came from. I just peeled it off the back wall of this underneath the bench seat. Alright, well thankfully the floor mats did a good job of keeping the majority of the carpet pretty clean. You can see where it's gotten pretty dirty. I do still plan to shampoo the carpet because the previous owner had a pet, and so it smells like a dog in here. So for sure going to shampoo the carpets. The vehicle is just overall just pretty filthy. A lot of spills. Quite a bit of nastiness to clean up. Dashboard's pretty gross. Steering wheel's got stains on it and spills. So this thing's going to need a lot of attention for sure. Alright, so we've got it all vacuumed out now. The carpets, for the most part, look pretty decent. Obviously, we've got some very major troubled spots, but everything is vacuumed. Now comes the tedious part of scrubbing, getting the mildew and just the gunk off of the plastic pieces. Pop the rocker panel trim. We'll need to scrub a lot of this mildew off, and dashboard's pretty gunky, so we'll need to be scrubbing on that too. And now that the vacuuming's done, the tedious part takes place. This next part really is what's going to make this truck look fantastic, is just getting rid of all the slime off this thing. So I've got a bucket of hot soapy water, a toothbrush, and a brush. Just gonna spend time now and just scrub down all the plastic nastiness. Alright, so I just took out the center console. I really wasn't planning on doing it, but it turned out to be really easy to remove. There are two 7mm bolts, one right there and one right there, that hold that front side in. And then if you open the console lid, there are four 10mm bolts in the bottom, and that thing just popped right out. We've got quite a bit of cleaning to do now that that's removed. We can get to these crevices a little bit better for the seats. So I just spent the last, I don't know, 15-20 minutes trying to get this last piece of the center console out. There are two 7mm bolts, one right here and one right here. Then you got these little tabs right here that fit into these little slots on either side. And then that face came off. This was a real tricky part. Behind here, there were two more 7mm bolts that bolt into this little spot right there and that little spot right there. Those two had to come out, and then these two little tabs right here fit up into these two little holes underneath there. So getting that 7mm bolt out was a real pain in the rear end. This one, there was enough room behind it that I could get my 7mm socket on there and got that out pretty easy. I'm gonna vacuum all this stuff up, scrub all this stuff down. Alright, the next thing I'm going to do is clean up this interior door panel on the rear passenger side extend cap door. It must have had a pop spill or something. There's quite a bit of gunk all up and down this door, so I'm just going to scrub it with some hot soapy water. Alright, so I've got my box fan out, drying off all these parts. It's only about 47 degrees outside, so, and it's overcast, so there's no real quick drying anything today. Well, I went ahead and washed both back doors, got the gunk all off the inside. Those little speaker areas, I cannot get that to come clean. Alright, now I think I'm going to take the time to kind of go through here with some Armor All and some cleaner and stuff and try to clean up all the dash and the interior pieces. Alright, the bench seat cleaned up really nice. It's got a nice shine to it now. I'm thinking it's starting to smell a little bit better in here too. Front seats cleaned up decently. There's a lot of wear and tear on them, but I'm satisfied with how they've cleaned up. But I'll probably run the vacuum through here one more time too. Polished up now. The dashboard's looking pretty nice. A few little stains here and there that I'm going to need to maybe give it a little bit more attention. I guess the one major thing left to do with this thing would be to shampoo the carpets, but I'm going to go through and vacuum up the carpet one more time, lay down the rocker trim, polish that up, and then I think I'll go ahead and start deodorizing the carpet before I put the console back in. Hopefully be able to mask or at least get some of the smell out of here so it's tolerable to drive. Alright, got a little Febreze action going on now. I'm going to go ahead and just douse all the carpets, hopefully knock down some of the smell. My kids and my wife, they have sensitivities to smells and they have some allergies. So pet dander is one of those things. We don't have pets in the house or anything like that because of that fact. So once I get this all sprayed, I'll put the console back in. We'll wrap this thing up for today anyway. Well, a little time, patience, and elbow grease really shows off the inner beauty of this Project Rescue Sierra. There are a few items I still want to address, mainly the carpet. I want to get that shampooed. But stay tuned for the next episode because we're going to be tackling some of the mechanical issues with this Project Rescue Sierra. And if you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're so inclined. It's always appreciated. And as always, thanks for watching. God bless. We'll see you next time. like a boss.